Stephen Curry is a 3-time champion, a back-to-back league MVP, and one of the most popular players of his era. His wizardry as a ball handler and his remarkable range and accuracy as a shooter have transformed the sport of basketball.
Stephen Curry will do things that have never been done before.
Green weaving, trying to get the shot up. No call that way. Curry flings it the other way. And he got it! What a turnaround! Curry the three!
He will do things that defy gravity or logic, whether it's effortlessly pulling up from 40 feet. You know, the guy's dribble moves are absolutely insane. Especially his floaters high off the glass. His finger roll game, go watch his finger roll highlights. It's insane. This guy, his touch is so nuts.
So my rookie year, all that year, played great. But then we played San Antonio in the second round of playoffs, and I think he might have scored 23 straight points.
And a three-point field goal. Even Curry hits again, a two-point field goal. Beware Stephen Curry in the third quarter. And here is Curry hitting another three. Look at that Golden State bench. They can't believe it, and they've seen it.
To watch him score 23 straight points or whatever it was against the San Antonio Spurs, you knew right then that he was going to be one of them ones, and he's one of them ones.
The best story I can give you about playing against Steph Curry would probably have to be probably in our playoff matchup.
Steph is ready.
Played them in the second round, and I felt like I was playing at the top of my game, and here I am chasing around Steph Curry and wondering at some point he's going to get tired, at some point he's going to get tired.
Curry again! Curry again!
The guy just kept running circles, and I was like, man, it made me realize how much more in shape I needed to be in order to be at another level.
The moment that I remember that really made my jaw drop in watching a Steph Curry play was the play against the Los Angeles Clippers at Golden State, where he weaved through the defense near the free throw line and behind the back.
Curry splits the defense behind the back. Fires a three. Oh, he puts it in. What a spectacular move.
And you just see Steve Kerr over there
Watch his head coach, Steve Kerr, as this play was developing.
I'm standing right behind him, and I'm sitting there, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm sitting there calling for the ball, hey, we can get to something else. And he comes through the defense behind the back, and jumps back behind the three-point line and shoots the three and made it. I mean, that moment was incredible.
You know, you would think for a guy who had a father who played in the league that it was just an easy path to NBA stardom. But for Steph Curry, it was anything but, especially once he hit his third year in the league and he started having these significant ankle injuries that he had to overcome.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't understand when you have injuries early in your career, you kind of question yourself. And after talking to Steph about that, he was going through those dog days where, should I be here? Will my body hold up? Are some of these naysayers right that maybe my body's not strong enough to withstand the NBA and night in and night out? But one thing we learned about Steph Curry, that he's a hard worker, he's willing to put in the work, and he was willing to show people that, you know what, when I first come into the NBA out of Davidson, yes, I was a little skinny. I needed to change my body. I needed to change my eating habits. I needed to change how I took care of my body as far as lifting weights. And now we see that hard work and how we see this player today.
There are a few players in league history that we could point to that truly changed the game. Steph Curry is one of those. When players were struggling to hit 200 threes in a season, he was making 400 threes in a season.
Yeah, it's fun to have this conversation because obviously you know how I got my name 3D, and I was the first person to get over 250. And people say you can't win a championship shooting jump shots. So when the Warriors were making their big run, I was one of those guys with the pom-pom really shaking yes, we shooters finally have someone that can show people that if you put in the work day in and day out, yes, you can shoot the ball from 23, 24. Wait a minute, Steph shoots from 35, 40 feet from the basket. So that lets you know if you put in the work and you prove to your coaching staff that, hey, give me the freedom to do this as long as, guess what? Steph Curry never gave the effort on the defensive end of the floor, too. So I think Steve Kerr, Mark Jackson, and the whole coaching crew really changed Steph to say, you know what? Show the people you can play defense, because offensively, we're going to let you go.
While Curry lit up gyms in games, what really changed the game for a lot of people was he turned it into almost baseball batting practice when people would show up to try and catch a home run before the game. His pregame routines are stuff of legend.
They're legend because a lot of times people, casual fans say, well, when guys come to the game, they don't take their warm-up seriously because they're jacking up shots. But what Steph showed you you start with the ball handling first, and you have fans just standing around the court like, wow, what is he doing? Why does this make sense? And then when the game starts, he's doing all those dribble moves. Oh, wait a minute, Jared. He started shooting the ball from the tunnel, and people were hanging over the tunnel watching like, wait a minute. You had to watch the workout to wait and see, was he going to make the tunnel shot? He made the pregame workouts must-see TV.
The first thing I think about when I think of Steph, I think about Steph at Davidson. That tournament, man, that run, that was, he hit the scene. And, we heard about Steph Curry, and you was like, oh, that's Dale's son. Oh, okay, he can shoot. And then you seen a different level of him at Davidson. And you watching that same beast now just in the NBA that was in the college level. But just to be able to watch Steph and to see that he do not get the respect that he deserves from the way that he plays the game of basketball. He's known as the greatest shooter, of all time at this point. But he's not just a great shooter. He's not just a guy who handles the ball before the games and pregame. He plays the game at a level that I haven't seen anyone play the game. And it's when he has the ball, and it's even more importantly when he do not have the ball. Steph Curry is a monster when the ball is out of his hand. He never gets tired. He never stops moving. And it's amazing to watch him master the craft of shooting in every form, in every way that you can in the game of basketball. So, a legend in the game. He changed the game. When a guy changed the game, some way, somehow, you got to expand the Mount Rushmore. You know what I mean? Who says it only could be this many people? Steph Curry changed the game. His face needs to be up there in the Mount Rushmore.